everybody, welcome back to my channel. I know you guys probably noticed this back here. I am working on a project here. I just set up this IKEA desk with the drawers, which probably every beauty guru or makeup artist does have. And I do have an empty space right here, which will be replacing this mirror here. I am in the market of getting my new vanity mirror, which will take some time to get here. So probably on my next video or two, you guys will see that. And it's gonna be really pretty, especially in the background. And I mean, I'm gonna use it, obviously, but it's just something I've been working on, and yeah, it's in the process. So anyways, in this video, I am going to be talking about this new foundation here. This one here is the Power Fabric by Giorgio Armani. It's a beautiful, full coverage, velvety matte foundation, and it does contain sunscreen. I basically use this with a beauty blender, super soft and airy. I mean, it does give a nice powdery finish, which I love. So if you guys are interested on this demo and review, please keep on watching. I think all the videos I start off with, I have a crazy bun and I just have crazy hair. This is my bare face right now. I'll get a little close up for you in just a second so you guys can see the discolorations, pores, broken capillaries, and all these freckles that I have on my face. So once again, we are going to be talking about this new foundation by Giorgio Armani. This one here is called the Power Fabric. And this is their newest formulation in the foundations. And what I like about this is that it is a full coverage and it also does contain sunscreen. Now, being that it's a full coverage, it does give you more of a matte finish, I believe. And I will go over this in just a second. So I believe that this being more of a full coverage, it does advertise that it's best for people who have an oilier skin type, which gives you a full coverage, which is great. I have more of the dry combination, so I tend to not wear too much of the matte finishes just because my skin can look and feel a bit more drying. However, I do love the matte finish. So if I do want to wear a matte finish type of foundation, I will properly hydrate and use a good hydrating type of primer just to kind of balance it out. So I'm just going to read a little bit about this foundation before proceeding on with the demo. I'm getting the information from their website. So once again, this foundation is called the Power Fabric by Giorgio Armani, and it does have SPF 25 and it values at $64. Power Fabric is a new foundation that teams full coverage with a matte, lightweight second skin finish. So I'm all about water-based foundations that gives you skin finish because your skin is going to feel really airy. It doesn't feel heavy or suffocating the skin throughout the day. Power Fabric is concentration of oils with no greasy effect, which delivers a velvet matte finish. To achieve perfect full coverage foundation, pigments were selected and then shaped to obtain extremely fine pigment particles with a quality of color beyond reproach. Power Fabric combines a full coverage with an ultra light formulation. Upon application, the texture melts into skin, effectively blurring imperfections with an incredibly lightweight matte veil that feels like you're not wearing makeup at all. With an SPF 25 filter, Power Fabric offers effective daily UVA and UVB protection up to the promise of broad spectrum SPF protection. Because every woman is unique, Power Fabric foundation comes in 20 different shades to suit all skin types. The formulation is adapted for each shade to deliver optimal formula without cracking or dulling. So that's a real big thing. Basically, this foundation is telling us that it is full coverage. It does have sunscreen protection. There is oils for hydration, and there's no oils for that greasy finish that gives you a beautiful matte velvety finish. So 4 things that I do like about this foundation is just everything that I said. So I am really interested of how this foundation will look, especially with my skin type. Before proceeding on with this foundation, I want to talk a little bit about the other products I do have, which is also by Armani, and this one here is the Luminous Silk finish. So this finish is a little bit more lightweight and gives you more of a dewier look, whereas this is more heavier as in a full coverage. So I did swatch and play with it on my hand. It's very light. So this one here is a Luminous Silk foundation. This one here does not contain any sunscreen. This shade here is the 5.75, which has a little bit more pinky in here. This one here I got in the shade 6 just because I think I got a little little bit of color, a slight color when I was on my trip. So not a big difference, but I picked something a little bit more on the yellow tone. So this is the 6 here. I also do have the color correction, which I may be using if I do need that extra coverage. To top it off, I'm also going to be using the Armani powder. And this one, I know it's like a weird different shade, but this is a number 4. At the time when I did swatch this, it actually paired really well with this color here. So I think it's a little bit light for me now, but I kind of want to keep it consistent with the same brand, so I'm going to use this today. So this is how the package looks like. It's pretty similar to the other standard box. It just has the Power Fabric in red here. So let's just open this up. If you guys missed my demo and review on the Luminous Silk, I'll go ahead and link that below so you guys can check that out. But pretty much same box and package with here in these instructions. So it doesn't look too different from the Luminous Silk. Again, it just has it, sorry, I don't mean to use my middle finger, but it does have it in the red, and the Armani is also in red. On the back, there's just a little writing on here that gives you the active ingredients of this foundation. This one actually doesn't have anything on here. Basically, it's the same thing. It just tells you how many percentage of the sunscreen it contains, and warning labels, and keep out of reach of children. So pretty self-explanatory. Just put this away after you're done so no one reaches it to break the bottle. I just love these packages. It's so pretty. I like how it's in a glass container. I like how it has a pump application too. So I'm just gonna show you how it looks like on my hand. So you see how this one contains a little bit more yellow. And just for fun, I'm gonna show you the color that I have in a Luminous Silk. You see how much more pink that is? So again, this is the Power Fabric and this is the Luminous Silk. So to apply on the foundation, I am going to be using a beauty blender today just because I want to have it more airy and I don't want to cake it on. So just to let you guys know, this is not just a regular Real Techniques blender. This is a collaboration with my dog. Why? Because look, he got to it and just like chomped on it because he thought it was a toy. He totally got to this. I think one day I wasn't home and I was sitting on the table and I had just finished cleaning it, and I guess it was like fun and bouncy and like really big and expanded, and he decided to like bite it. So I'm totally kidding. This is a Real Techniques beauty blender. It's a pointed top there and it's flat here. So I love using this for foundation applications. So before I use this, I am going to have to wring it out so that way it is nice and spongy. So I'll be right back. So with the foundation, I'm just going to apply it on the back of my hand. And being that this side of my face has more discoloration, I'm gonna start with this side. Taking off the product off of my hand onto the beauty blender. So far, it is pretty full coverage, look at that. I haven't even begun to use, oh my nose. I haven't even started to use my concealer. I wasn't sure if I needed to because look at this coverage. So just one pump using a beauty blender, it really gives a soft look. Ooh. I'm gonna go in with another pump. I mean, if this puppy is gonna be full coverage, let's get it full coverage, right? What I like about this sponge is that you can flip it around and just use it another way to really blend out the foundation. Don't forget to get it into your hairline. So this is how it looks. So I decided to do this side of the face just because I have more spots here. So now I'm gonna go ahead and finish off the other side. So this is how the foundation looks like without any powder. I'm gonna give you another view so you can see. So far, I do love the finish of this. This side's already soft and velvety. It is pretty similar to the Luminous Silk, but by using 2 pumps, it really does give me that full coverage. I really like how soft it is. It actually does blur out my pores and imperfections here. I don't know if you guys can see, but it really did kind of minimized it. It just smoothed it out there. See, I still have a little bit of broken capillaries here, which is fine. I mean, I can always go over just in the center of my face if I really feel like I need that extra coverage. But once I put on my bronzer on the sides here, it kind of eliminates it just a bit. Okay, so now I'm gonna set the foundation. Again, I'm gonna be using the Luminous Silk Compact, and this one here is in the shade 4. I'm just gonna lightly dust this, and hopefully it gives a little bit more of a coverage. But most importantly, to set the liquid. Ooh, now it's even softer. Wow, it really did blur out my pores. I have a lot of problem pore areas about right here, and it did just blur it out. Some foundations, you can see it really strong. So the last video that you guys saw was the coppery bronze eye, and I did do something different with the foundation. I mixed it with some custom drops, which is great, but I think I overdid it and it just really accentuated everything. But now with this powder, it's just super soft. Okay, so I'm just gonna finish my face and I'll be right back for my final thoughts. Decided to put a little bit of the color corrector right under my eyes just because it is pretty pronounced and dark. Just want to see how it looks on one side compared to the other. And I do like this because it is really lightweight. And being that it is orange, see, look at that. It just kind of neutralized the dark circles. But overall, the foundation did do a good job of coverage. Now I'm just gonna use that powder again and set under my eye. So this is the final look, and overall, I just really love this foundation. Although I am on the drier side, and this is more of a matte finish, again, you can still wear it. I do it. I just properly hydrate my face with a good moisturizer or a good hydrating primer just to kind of balance it out. So that way it's not so matte finish and drying looking. So I mean, you can really tell that my face looks really soft. It is soft with the powder and the foundation. It really is power fabric. Like, it feels like a cloth. I guess it just feels like skin finish. It's very airy and really light. So as usual, I will give you my 100% feedback on all the products that I tried on. I currently love this foundation. Right when I put it onto my skin, right off the bat, I already said I liked it. Again, I do like the Luminous Silk foundation, pretty similar, so I knew that I wasn't going to be disappointed. So check this out at your nearest department store or even grab a sample to try it out. So once again, this is the foundation that I use, which is the Power Fabric by Giorgio Armani. Again, this is in the shade 6. It matches pretty good. I use a beauty blender just to soften up the look, and I really do like this. I'll go ahead and link everything down below of all the Armani products I use in this video, and I'll go ahead and put links of where you can purchase this as well. If you guys enjoyed this video or found it helpful in any way, please don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and turn on that notification so you guys can be alert of my newest videos. Also wanted to share with you guys that I did have a new and improved website that I've been working on for a very long time. I'll go ahead and put a link down below so you guys can check out my work. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye!